Here is the Monday thought for you this week. I'm Sandra Pollock. The question is, frustration or opportunity? I like to take some time out when I can to reflect on some of the coaching sessions I have with my clients. One session from last week was really quite interesting, and I thought that I would share a little of it with you. I found myself, as I reflected on this, remembering a question that I had asked this particular client as she relayed a bit of a frustration that she had to me. So the question I asked her was, how much do you love yourself? Of course, she said, I love myself very much. Of course I do. I said, really? Okay, let's look at this. The point that she was sharing with me was her frustration at having to amend or put more detail into the notes that her line manager provided after their performance reviews and, some of the one-to-one sessions that they had, whether it's on a monthly basis, weekly basis. She found that the notes that her line manager would send to her were very limited, very short, and lacking in detail. And she felt that some of the important bits of the conversation was always missing. So I asked her, well, what do you do? She said, well, I would take those notes and I would rewrite them, add the stuff that I thought was important, and send back to my manager. And then I said, okay, and what would your manager say? Well, she said, she always says, yeah, these are great, fine, happy with them. And my question was, what is the problem? The problem was her frustration with the exercise or the activity, because it was her belief that it was the responsibility, or it is the responsibility of her line manager to do and create proper notes. So I can understand that. And sometimes we do see that other people's roles, maybe they're not doing them as well as we thought they should, or we think they should. But this is the point. So I said to her, well, if you think about it, you have the opportunity to create notes which will go on your employee records that have been agreed with your line manager. You have the voice, the opportunity to claim your voice where these notes are concerned, to speak up for yourself where these notes are concerned with regard to what happened at the meeting. And life has given you the opportunity to create the image of yourself, the record of yourself, and information of yourself through this process. So although it might be somebody else's role, as far as you can see, you are being given the power to create your story in your work records. So although it's a frustration, it is also an opportunity for your voice to be heard, for your words to be seen and accepted. So as you go through your week, try to flip frustrations. If things are happening in a way that you think are not that great, flip the situation to see, is this only a frustration, or is there some element in this that can be turned around to create for me an opportunity to show your skills, an opportunity to show your knowledge, information, the ability you have, all of these things. So many times the issue is that what is a frustration can be flipped into an opportunity. And going back to that question I asked her, how much do you love yourself? Well, I'd ask you that. Are you not worth the effort? And this was my question to her. Are you not worth the effort to take the time to use this opportunity to be heard, to be seen, and to create the impression of your life, to use the opportunity to show your skills and your abilities. So that's it this week. The question, frustration or opportunity, followed with how much do you love yourself? That you will take this frustration and turn it into an opportunity. Have a great week. I look forward to catching up with you as the week goes on.